SVG is live from the 2019 NAB Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. Kristian Hernandez reporting for SVG. Have a pleasure to speak with Dan Marshall, SVP of Global Field Operations for AWS Elemental. How you doing, sir?
Doing great. How are you?
Great. So, Dan, NAB, what are you doing for the sports production industry? What are you showing at your booth to help the sports industry out?
Great. Okay, you've given me a big open-ended question, so I'm going to take this on right now.
Go right ahead.
So last year when we were doing this, we were really talking about media workflows in the cloud. And there was a lot of promise about what was potentially could happen from using the cloud. And I remember we talked at the time about the machine learning and artificial intelligence and storage, and could we actually get these workflows to the cloud? And that was a real question. And there were a lot of folks here showing off some products and services to help get us there. And I think what we've seen over the past year is a real adoption there. One of the things that we really wanted to tackle was, can you move these broadcast and sports workflows to the cloud, and can you do it at scale? And can you get them monetized correctly so you can actually start making money at these things? So there were a lot of questions last year that we were hoping to find answers for. And in the last 12 months, we were really successful doing that. And so what you're going to see a lot of the show here is about some of the successes we've had there. As an example, we're doing some really unique things with broadcast workflows, moving entire workflows to the cloud. And we have a couple examples of that. One that comes to mind is Pac-12. Pac-12, what they've done is they're using contribution of the cloud to do contribution to the cloud. They're using file-based transcoding, linear transcoding, packaging, delivery, but they basically eliminated their data center. So they've been able to take these very complex sports workflows and be able to uplift them to the cloud. One of the other issues we wanted to address was scale, because as we started to look at doing these type of events, moving media workflows to the cloud and addressing some of the concerns and the challenges coming from our customer base, one of the questions we had to answer was scale. So we were very fortunate this last year to be selected by CBS Sports Digital Group to run the Super Bowl in OTT all in the cloud. And that was truly massive scale. And that was a wildly successful event for them and for us and from our partners who were part of that ecosystem. Other things we were doing with Thursday Night Football, also trying to do things at scale. A real concern last year was whether we're going to actually see good, effective monetization strategies for OTT and doing this in the cloud. And with Thursday Night Football, not only did we get the scale from distributing out video streams to millions of viewers, but we were also using some really clever server-side ad insertion technologies that we developed that we were able to dish up millions of targeted ads based on user profile, and that became hugely valuable for Amazon, and it's hugely valuable for a lot of our customers, other customers like Fubo TV, who are using that same type of technology. So last year was really about, when we were here, showing the capabilities. This past year was actually putting them into practice. So scaling to meet really big events like the Super Bowl. Scaling monetization and showing that monetization works, so you can actually figure out how to do this, how to monetize those streams. Using AI and machine learning for things like to enhance the user experience. It was also a third consideration for last year was what were we going to do using things from Amazon and AWS that allowed for better user experiences. And when you take a look at some of the stuff that we did last year with Formula One as an example, with Major League Baseball and with NFL, I mean, we're doing some really cool player tracking, statistics, replays that are just, I think they're really raising the bar in terms of the user experience. So that's kind of what's happened. And at the show, we've got a whole bunch of new technologies around continuing to do that and really focusing on the sports markets and what we can do for the leagues to really scale, offer better experiences for their customers, and give them the ability to go ahead and monetize those streams.
Dan, those are really good real-world examples you guys are doing for the industry. So you guys have something really exciting on Monday. Do you want to take a deeper dive into that?
Yeah, I do. So on Monday afternoon at the North Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center main stage, and it's moved, that's why I want to emphasize that. We're doing a keynote panel where we've got sports rights holders, folks like CBS Digital will be there, Pac-12 will be there, the LA Clippers, Hulu, and they're going to be talking about some of the experiences I was mentioning earlier, about the scale, about monetization, about using ML and AI. It's going to be a fabulous event. It's going to get, it's going to be a lot of great information. So if you have any interest in those type of areas as it relates to sports rights, distributing, monetization, real-world examples of ML and AI. I encourage everybody to make that. I also want to put a plug in for our 4K for Charity Run, which happens on Tuesday morning in Sunset Park. You can go to AWSElemental.com and register for that. I encourage everybody, since we're, you and I are pretty fit guys, right? So, it's the sports thing to do. So come out and join us for that 4K run.
For sure. You guys are doing a lot of exciting stuff, and I'm sure attendees will be blown away by the things you guys are doing at your booth. So, Dan, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Okay, appreciate it.
So, for more of the 2019 NAB show in Las Vegas, Nevada, please head over to sportsvideo.org.